current faculty congress in the Faculty of Education and Community Development. We are with ANKODADDY, and I want to urge all the EGERTON University students to subscribe to ANKODADDY Productions. You go to YouTube, find ANKODADDY. Go to Twitter, find ANKODADDY, subscribe, comment, and follow up all the things that ANKODADDY is posting. And I think all of us will be motivated towards his productions.
So I was telling you, ANKODADDY, it's ANKODADDY.
Yeah, ANKODADDY.
Yeah, it's ANKODADDY. Life sometimes becomes hard here in campus. And most of our students we have, they come from peasant families. And as you can see our economy today, things have changed. And life sometimes, getting food, getting school fees, sometimes it becomes hectic. Some of our students sometimes could go, there is what we used to say, unainama lunch inapita.
Unainama lunch inapita.
You can only afford 1 meal a day. And some of these courses are the ones which make our students, maybe most of them, they go into depressions. Most of them, they cannot even attend classes. You get a lot of absenteeism in classes. You get a lot of calls, I've missed these lectures, and this lecturer is telling me this and this. You find a lot of difficulties when it comes to students having problems dealing with the financial status of the students. Yeah.
So, Mr. Nini Kiongozi, ulitoa wapi pesa kucampaign? Because umekuwa okay, class rep maybe your classmates walikuchagua.
Yeah.
But now when it comes now kwa Congress to present teachers, agricultural extension, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kulikuwa na competition. That's so serious. Campaigns are campus. Let me take that again. Campaigns are campus. It's so expensive. And these are common question that I never fail to ask comrades leader. Unaona? It's too expensive. Ulitoa wapi pesa ya kucampaign na kuconvince all those people? Because it's very true. Utaambiwa kiongozi, tunakusikiza vizuri. Maneno yako ni matamu sana. Uko na manifesto poa, lakini toa kitu. Nunua soda, nunua lunch. Ulitoa wapi pesa? Because also you need the money to facilitate your campaign.
Yeah, for sure. ANKODADDY, I will start by saying campus politics sometimes they become hectic. You need to campaign as an MCA because you have a stiff competition and you need to seek votes from students. And again, you cannot go talk to students minus you've talked, yes, you've listened to you. What can you offer? What can you bring on table? We need even to drink water. So those are some of the challenges us student leaders were facing. Maybe doing such a kind of campaigns.
Okay.
But I remember telling you that I serve as the chairman from my constituency. So through that, I think I created some links with my area MPs, my area MCAs. I told them, I'm running for a seat back in campus. And I've served you as a chairman. I will need some point I need your support from you.
So MP and MCA help you.
So they
funded your campaign.
They gave me some few coins, ANKODADDY.
Some few coins, or some good coins.
You cannot say some good money. Some few coins. They also tell you, we haven't disbanded we haven't given out disbursed our bursaries. We need to allocate. We don't have money. So you could just tell them, if you can do me a posters of 100 posters, it's okay. Give me posters of 100. They can support you from that angle. And also from the few pockets you have and some good connections you have with your campaign team, I think you can make it. ANKODADDY. That is the few can say.
Yeah. Now, as a leader, you have some rejections from comrades. Kuna wale wenye wanakupenda tu, kuna wale wenye wanakuchukia, kuna wale wenye wanasema sasa huyu anajiita kuwa kiongozi, hata ni kiongozi wa nani, unaona?
Yeah, sure.
Kuna those people who love you, kuna those people who support you, but now wachana na wazuri. So hawa wenye wakupendi kabisa, nawaambia sasa huyu anywhere you go, they talk at you, they don't talk to you. No. Talking at you ni wale wenye, and they're talking on your back.
Yeah,
how
sure.
do you handle that?
I think ANKODADDY,
because hata ukifanya kitu mzuri, they will be the first person,
they have to,
to go against it. Wanaambia sasa huyu, hii pesa ni yetu na natumia hii.
So ANKODADDY, I think in every society, I think there is what we call criticism. And if you can get a negative criticism and a positive criticism at the same point, and then it means you are doing something. People cannot talk behind you minus you doing something.
Guys, that's so profound. Critics ziko pale.
They have to,
and people can't talk without you doing something.
You have to do something to talk. I think as a leader, when you must have your opposers, your people who are rejecting whatever you are doing, bring on table, and you need to accept as a leader. You cannot reject them and say, because you don't want to work with my government, I'm going to let you outside. You have to bring them on table. As a leader, you don't need to divide people. You need to unite. Your main agenda is to unite people. Seeing people or seeing students bring some disunity in the faculty is a major challenge. So you have to bring these people who are rejecting you out. You need to be, as a leader, you need to be a conflict solver. Are you able to interrogate these students very nicely? Are you able to relate with them? I think that was defines a leader. If you can be able to go and talk to these people who are opposing you and tell them, what are we fighting for? You can be able to bring them on board, tell them, no, this is the way forward. If you feel that I'm not doing the right work, how can we do it better? They can give you so that they can feel they're also involved in your government. And that is how I've managed maybe to deal with some people who might be opposing your leadership. You need to involve them. When you involve them, they feel part of the ruling. So there are less critics, the negative critics to your government. That is how I think I can respond to your question.
Guys, remember we are at Egerton University. Ni place nye tuko ni Hollywood B.
Hapa ni Hollywood.
Hollywood B. My camera person will be showing you the environment kidogo. Kumbuka tuko Egerton Hollywood B. Kwa hivyo guys, if you are at Egerton University, remember to watch these things until end. Na sana kama wewe ni resident wa Hollywood, tukapa kwenyu. So, kiongozi, what have you done for the students? What have you done for the comrades? For those students who are doing agriculture ni agriculture extension. Ni nini unaweza kujivunia? Unasema si haiko hapa venye nilinia kwa ofisi nimewafanyia, hii haiko hapa nini?
Thank you, ANKODADDY. I think I can respond to your question this way. First thing, I was not only elected for the extension and education students, but at large in my faculty I have teachers of arts, I have science teachers.
So ni walimu wote, all teachers.
I have students taking clothing and textile studies. I have the community development studies. I have the human ecology students in my faculty. So I cannot specifically say that I've done more to my course that I'm taking, but as a faculty I think we have achieved some progress as a faculty. Initially, we never used to have a result of every term, of every semester result uploading in our portals. We used to experience a lot of challenges when it comes to results being uploaded in our portals.
Okay.
We also had some many part-time lecturers who used to delay with our results. So through some engagements, sometimes you need to balance between administration, and you need to balance between students. You are in the middle, so you don't need to please students at the same time you are pleasing the administration. So it becomes a challenge as a leader for you to balance between the administration, and you're balancing between students. You don't want students to feel bad that you're not representing them, and you don't need to give administration a lot of pressure for them to work according to the students' preferences. I think as a faculty we have achieved that, and I think things to do with the field trips. I think initially education students will do more of theory, but when it comes to practical sessions, you will find that there are no resources for students to go outside there and see things that they have done in class in a theoretical part. And I think for the extension students, we're also planning for trips for this semester. And if the university allows the resources to come, I think the students are going to get contact with the outside world. They get to know whatever they are learning in class, can they able to translate it in the fields.
What do you mean? What do you mean by saying when the university allows, yet you people you have authority, and that's a very genuine reason, and you have the mukona funds, kuna account ya wanafunzi, yet that's a very, very important thing.
Yeah, ANKODADDY, when it comes to funding of field trips, when students want to move outside and learn something, that does not fall under the union account. That falls under the student finance account. And then for us to access their money, we must do a requisition. They have to accept, and it has to pass through several stages for it to be approved. And sometimes you find that the managerial part of our university, sometimes it fails students. You find initially students never used to pay fees in time. So finding that allocating activities and allocating them resources, it was becoming hectic. Thank God, when now some rules, some rules and the statutes of the university are being followed, and we have seen that there is a transition. Now students are able to access their fields. They are able to go to exercise whatever they have been learning in class and outside there. So we believe, that is why I'm saying that if the university allows or rather approves our requisitions we are making to them, we can be able to take our students outside there and be able to learn more from outside. Yeah.
So what are you promising students before you get out of the office utafanya? Because I know you are getting out of office very soon. Sindio? Yeah, very soon. So what's your promise to students, to comrades, that before you get out, or are you planning to run for another name?
No, ANKODADDY, I think I'm now heading to outside politics. I'm in my final year. I'm in my final semester.
So what can you promise to students, to comrades, utawafanyia before you finish the school?
I don't think if I can promise much, but I think what we have achieved as I started my tenure, students have seen. And those, I think, for those who have the eyes, they have seen, and those who have the ears have heard whatever we have done in our faculty. And I think for those who can appreciate the little that we have done, they can, ANKODADDY. Yeah.
Guys, this is ANKODADDY production. Remember to subscribe, comment, and share. So you are getting out of that office you are now going to national politics.
Yeah, we're going outside ANKODADDY.
2022, which post are you going?
2022 ANKODADDY, no. I don't want to get involved in politics of 2022 directly, but I think I'll get involved indirectly.
So you want to be a ground person?
Yeah, I want to be a ground person. You know,
wakisema ground, kwa ground mambo tofauti ni wewe tunafanya mambo iko tofauti.
You want to influence. You want to influence. Now when we come to outside politics, I don't think we can. I cannot say the university has given me that power to go outside there and then start. You know, outside there needs more resources. And as young leaders, we have to watch, and we believe in mentorship. We have our leaders outside there who have done great things that we need to look up to. So I think in 2022, when I get outside the university, I'm going to involve myself in an indirect way to politics. Even forming some strategies and seeing leaders succeeding, and you can be able to say the success ANKODADDY has, it was because of you. It was because of my strategy. I think that is an achievement.
That's nice. So maybe 2022 you are not in for it.
I'm not
maybe, but other some coming maybe 5 years after or 10 years after, maybe you have an interest for any post. Maybe let's say 2027, 2032.
Yeah, that we have our long-term plans, and these are long-term plans. I feel like I might not be directly involved. I say I'm running for certain seat, but as I told you earlier, this cabinet secretary for agriculture, I feel it is in me. And for me to have such a kind of post, I think I need to influence, I need to have a government, I need to involve myself in the national government, and forming part of the government. And when that person, we elect someone who is maybe in a presidential seat, and that person knows that Honorable OYAGI has been a strategist in my government.
So he must include you.
We must be included in that.
Because you are a resourceful person.
I'm a resourceful person.
Who do you look up to?
I think there is this one man from Kisii that the nation will go into books remembering him. I don't know if you know our former CJ.
The former CJ.
Yeah, the former CJ, David Maraga.
Maraga.
The man has gone to books, historical books. For
Definitely.
For upholding transparency and accountability in leadership. He's a true leader, he's not a politician. David Maraga is a leader.
Without any doubt.
Without any doubt. Even the country can attest.
Yes.
If we can have more, Maraga is retired. Now we are the people from his community.
So you look up to Maraga.
Why can't we uphold that position, Mr. ANKODADDY? Because seats we're going to have. We have kind of like 5 people in the national government who are upholding the Maraga thing. I think our country can change.
Guys, this guy is so interesting, very interesting, and you need to listen to him. So kiongozi, in the government, tuseme EGERTON University Students Association government, you have chairman as the president, and you have other leaders, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever reached a point and you can feel like this chairman is not doing enough, or he's not doing what he need to do?
ANKODADDY, that is a nice question. And I think when you are holding in any position, I think the one holding that position is the one who is feeling the pressure is undergoing. And at some point, when I was not a student leader, I could also feel the same way you are talking about. Sometimes you could feel the student chairman is not working, the student congress is not working. But let it come to that day you are given that opportunity, is when you will know you are working. It's only that the things are not moving. Sometimes you feel like I have this agenda I'm pushing for students. When you reach the administration gives you a red light, gives you a stop, and then you feel like you failed. Students are there saying this student chairman is not working. At the same point, you know, in your ground you're working.
But Kiongozi, if things are not moving, even me as a comrade, I will not say you are working. Because for me to say you are working, things must move.
Yeah,
There
that's
must
logic.
be some impact.
Yeah, that's logic, ANKODADDY. You know, sometimes when you find an adamant administration, administration that normally doesn't want to engage you in decision making, they just have something like they just make decisions at the top ranks and then they just pass them to students, minus even involving you on the table. Mind you, these students are going to say the student chairman was involved in making such a kind of decisions. I think it was an academic year of 2019-2020, the last finished academic year, when there's an imposition of some charges from administration, an increment of fees, of which our chairman was not aware of. It's only that it was posted in the student portals that there is an increment. Now students were clinging back to the leaders as that how can you go sign things and you cannot tell us. Also, we were in a surprise to our dismay when we went to see the VC on how we can be able to take back the fees that they had increased. You find that the administration is also telling you some things we don't need to involve you. Some things they need to pass minus them involving us. So at some point we could feel that we are holding no position in this university. If you can,
because you are representing students.
Yeah, we're representing students.
Any decision that
it touches students,
you must be involved.
Yeah, we must be involved. And sometimes you find that the administration is not doing the same. Just find decisions made, our work is just disseminating. At some point we said we are not disseminating any information to students. You just communicate to them directly. You don't need to send. You do a memo, you send it to me to send to students of which I'm not involved, of which is not even favoring students. How can students see you as a leader?
Because students are aware everything that
you are forwarding.
I
can forward you a letter and then you can say it came through you. How can you say that you have no concept of the same? So we were feeling like the university should communicate directly to students, minus even having student leaders. We even threaten them that we need to resign, we need to go out of office because our decisions are not involved in your final decisions. Those are some of the challenges that we go through.
So Kiongozi, what are the causes of strike? Strike or let's say demonstration. Because recently there has been so many demonstrations, not only in Egerton University but all other universities in Kenya. And someone said somewhere that all comrades in all Kenyans university and colleges, they're the same. Ule comrade mwenye ako MMU, mwenye ako Egerton, mwenye ako wapi, they think the same.
I think ANKODADDY, I can say you're asking about strikes. The causative agents of strikes. One of the causative agents of strike, I can say, it is strictness of administration and imposing rules and regulations which previously never existed, without the consent of the students, without the consent of the student leaders. Sometimes decision making, it needs some involvement. When you make a decision and you're not involving your parties, they can bring some disunity. Such a kind of things are the ones which make maybe students to have some unrest. And if these decisions made by the institution are not favoring students, automatically they're going to strike. And if they have leaders, you can lead them to a strike, they can automatically go to strike.
As we finish, how can a student or a youth can prepare for opportunity? How can me as a student, because you are a leader, you have been a leader, you are exposed, unaona, you are exposed, you have learned so many things, and also personally uko na hiyo wisdom, uko na hiyo knowledge that you can share with someone, with other students who are watching. How can they prepare for opportunity? Because you will find that opportunities ziko pale, but it's only for those who are prepared enough. So maybe you can look at that camera and tell advise students how they can prepare for opportunity.
I think ANKODADDY, your question is okay. And maybe to respond to that, I can say first, when you want to grab an opportunity, you need to know yourself. You need to be aware of who you are and what you can be able to do as a person. You cannot see, I cannot see your opportunity to be my opportunity. We have to have that diverse opportunities. What you can be able to do, ANKODADDY, the way you are doing is not the way I can do. Maybe you need to identify your talent in which you can be able to suit it. Young people outside there. We are living in a society which needs people to be more of innovativeness. We don't need to walk with our papers in the streets looking for jobs. We need to see like the new curriculum which is being introduced, the CBC, which is affecting the grade, I think they are in grade 5 right now. The new CBC, they are in grade 5. As they are being, that is the kind of competence-based education. We need to go see, be able to identify the talent, maybe the abilities of our students at early age. You can be able to play. Why can we give you all these degrees from first year, you struggle to them, and then you end up going to play in the national team, while we can nurture you from your very young age, so that you can be a professional in that your talent you are making. In the current society we are living, people are earning more from their talents, from what they can be able to do in society. And I think if we run to this norm that our parents used to force us, that you need to go to university, and you've seen the impact of that force, and the government is not prepared to accommodate the large outputs that is given from universities. A lot of young men are outside there looking for jobs, the graduates who have just finished schools but they cannot find jobs. I think the government is okay introducing the CBC, because it's going to identify the young age people, they identify your skills, they identify opportunities which are everywhere, so that our people can get observed even in the middle ways, minus coming to education to the university level, and then they stop there. You find that there are a lot of crimes, a lot of disorganization in the government. That's why I'm saying, if you want to identify your opportunity as a young person, know what you can be able to do as a young person, and that what you can do without complaints, that you can do without being forced by anyone. Yeah.
Amazing. Know what you can do as a person. You know yourself. Thank you so much, Kiongozi. Maybe tukimalizia, maybe at some point would you like to be chairman of Teachers Union, someone like Sossion in the future?
Yeah, you know, God's plans are the best, and you never know what the future holds for you as young leaders. One day you'll be finding us in those offices, and if that opportunity comes, who am I to deny?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's amazing. That's Mr. Kiongozi mwenyewe, BILDAD, a leader at Egerton University, Congress of Faculty Education at Egerton University. Students Association. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. Maybe your last take, something that you want to advise for anyone who is watching.
To my viewers, to ANKODADDY viewers, I think you need to subscribe to this channel. Go to YouTube, subscribe. We want to nurture talents like ANKODADDY. We need to share his videos. We need to go let them go viral. Let people subscribe and comment, give comments. As young leaders, we cannot say we don't have resources to employ ourselves. It's only you identify what you can be able to do and how best you can do it, and that is what the society needs at the moment. Thank you for this privilege, ANKODADDY, and I think we'll be talking as time goes by.
Thank you too for coming. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's make this great again. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.